Hello. Let's see if we've got anyone in the waiting room. Yes, we do. Hello, how is everyone? Hi, Eleanor. Hi, Claire. Hi, Alexa. Right, I've got quite a bit to go through today. I was going to give it a few minutes to let everybody get in. I was having a little bit of a meltdown, not quite as dramatic as a meltdown, but me and my laptop don't seem to work with presentations on Zoom, so I've not bothered to do a presentation because I knew it just wouldn't work. Um, but it wasn't coming up, and I thought, oh, I'm 5 minutes early. I know how to get this working. And then I was just checking my notes, and I looked up at my screen, and it said waiting for the host. And I'm like, oh no, I'm the host. Let's get that sorted. So if ever you're thinking, oh, if I want to be reaching bronze and golden and all those high leadership levels, I must be really good with technology. You absolutely don't. You don't at all. Right, I am going to ask that if you come on, that you mute yourself. If you notice anybody else hasn't muted themselves, don't unmute yourself to tell them to mute themselves. Just pop it in the chat and tag them, but I will try to do that. I'm just going to share this in the other team chat. If you have any chats, please can you just give people a little nudge, especially if because I know this is a leadership one, and not everybody is going to be at 18% at this point in the month, and not everybody has reached 18% previously. However, we don't have a bouncer on the door saying your name's not down, you're not coming in. So if anyone in your team is has got those sights set on like reaching those higher levels, then by all means, you didn't hear it from me, but you did hear it from me because this is recorded. Tell them to just get themselves on there and just listen. What's the worst it's going to do? Leadership isn't about how many people you've got on your team or what rank you hit. It's definitely more a state of mind. It's your posture, it's your confidence, it's your skill level. So yeah, we want as many people on here who has got that mindset already. So right, let me focus a second while I do that. Let's see. There's the link. Oh, it's so quiet. I had to let the dog out because he got up and he was tiptoeing everywhere, and he wasn't tiptoeing, he was like a tap dancer. Right, okay. There it is. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I've got my notes here. So I don't go off too much of a squirrel and go off on a tangent because if you've ever seen any of my lives before, sometimes that happens. I can't help it. This is something I'm very, very passionate about. So, firstly, massive, massive well done for July because it was just absolutely incredible. So right at the beginning of the month, we all got together and we had a discussion about how we were going to be loud and proud, and we was going to create energy. And even though our gorgeous kiddies, those of you that are mums, were going to be pulling at us, wanting our attention, we was going to find a way of making it work. And that is exactly what we have done. We have been loud and proud, and we have had. Personally, I know we've had the biggest sponsoring month, the biggest month for growth. And it's not just about people joining just for the sake of it. We're not looking at these people just as numbers. They have come in, they have enrolled in the Success Squad, they have taken on board everything that we've got going on, our community. They've done the training, they're plugging into these calls, which is amazing seeing new people coming on these Zoom calls. And they are putting themselves out there and they're asking those questions, and they are achieving all of those different wins. They're getting their first sales, they're stepping out of their comfort zones, they're going live, all of that. So that kind of energy is amazing, amazing. And we need to continue with that throughout August. So regardless of where you are at with your business right now, you are in a prime position to be piggybacking off everybody's success of July and share that. We have got new celebrities. Please don't ask me their names. Trina, Rockstar. I really don't know anything. I'm not into American hip hop rap at all, so that's as far as that conversation goes. But she's a big deal in network marketing and she's come to pharmacy. So if you want to go down the celebrity route, you can do. Or maybe you want to share our newest manager story, Sarah Thomas. It's all over her Facebook. Really, really proud. It's a great story to share. If you've got your own success story, share that. If you've got somebody in your team, make sure that you're sharing that. And it doesn't have to just be, oh, we had a new starter who in the first month they've hit 6%, or they've hit 9%, or they've earned an additional £600 this month. It doesn't have to be anything like that. It could be that personal growth where somebody has been inspired by you showing up, sharing this business opportunity. They've wanted it for themselves. They have plugged themselves into the community. And this level of growth and that energy has transpired into them, and it has helped motivate them to do more with this business around their families. And that in turn is inspiring others. So there are plenty of stories out there to share. So we need to continue doing that. It was a record-breaking month again. And I do feel like, oh God, this is a really cheesy thing to say, that I am playing. Oh no, I can't even know what it is. Is it breaking the record? Playing that when he played this record, the same record over and over again. I can't even get it. God. Well, you know what I mean. The thing about the record when you repeat it over and over again. I sound like a broken record. That's it. I sound like a broken record because every month we have been able to say that the UK and globally we have broken the previous month's sales records, which is just absolutely phenomenal. At least I said phenomenal correctly. So we want to be our own spotlight. So we need to make sure that we continue having those eyes on us. So like we've said previously, people tend to quieten down in this industry during the summer months. Not us. We are going louder and prouder. And so you're not just here to sell, you're not just here to share the new Flaunt It bundle because it's a new bundle. You're not just here to share the brown mascara. You're here to empower others and not just like, don't forget as well that when you are showing up on social media to empower, to boost people's confidence, show them how they can boost their energy levels and all those different emotions, those feelings, that is what you're selling. When you're doing that, you're not just showing up and inspiring future customers or future people that are signing up. It's your existing team members as well. So everything that you've got to when you're showing up on social media, that's what you're doing. So just remember that you're not just here to be selling the business or selling the product. Focus, I would say, especially with us. I did briefly mention this on Friday night with the Flaunt It bundle. Um, I think it would be a very, very smart move to coincide the Flaunt It bundle with self-awareness, self-care, that connection between you and your body and taking that time to, to work to master to show yourself some love. I mean, a little acts of kindness towards yourself could be getting a pedicure done, taking care of your feet, exfoliating your elbows, using your flaunt it. These are all little things that may sound ridiculous, but actually, when you're doing these different things, especially when you're showing your body parts an act of love, in order to help like boost the circulation and help improve the skin texture, it's something which could be construed as we're monopolizing on women's insecurities. I'm very, very much aware of that because I've built my brand around body positivity and confidence, body confidence and like actual confidence in yourselves. So this is something that I'm very aware of. So I think it'd be very, very smart for us how we market that particular product. So just have a little think about that and think about if it's something that you're wanting to share yourself and you're wanting to use it because you're wanting your own results. Just bear in mind like that same ethos. So, like the last thing we want people doing is saying, I must get rid of my cellulite. Cellulite's bad, it's wrong. And it's not at all. Everybody, even children, have some levels of cellulite. It's just how it is. But whether we like it or not, if it's to that point where you're feeling insecure about it, this is something that can help boost your your self-love. It's something that can help that problem. So let's take it on from that perspective. Okay. And self-care, that ties in as well with self-care around the summer. Whether you are a mum or not, the summer months can be pretty busy. If you're working full time, if you are on your feet all the time, you're a busy person, you're a busy mum, you're going to find that sometimes your own self-care goes on the back burner, like you are not as much of a priority. So we want to be going back to that. So these are all things that we spoke about back in July, at the beginning of July, all those different bundles, which I will get to, like a really good idea that we've had going forwards. But when you're talking about your Flaunt It bundle, when you're talking about the brown mascara, any of these products really, we want to be putting in there an element of self-awareness and self-care. Back to leadership, we are momentum makers. So, what we do now is going to influence us throughout the rest of this year. And as we know, we'll then continue into how we go into 2026. So we're not just here for a hobby. We're not playing small. We are playing big. So this is we need to be thinking and strategizing and thinking ahead. So these summer months is a reason why we have your sponsoring sprint. There's a reason why we had the £1 sign up last month. It is all strategic to help us set up strong for the rest of the year and think of those goals going forwards. So what I would encourage you to do is just think really strongly for like a theme of August. My hairdresser is just come back from LA because he coloured and styled Mariah Carey's wig. So he went there to collaborate with another hairstylist, and she's wearing his work basically, which is amazing. And he put on one of his posts, live your vision board. And when you hear something or you see something, we consume a lot. This is something that really, really struck a chord with me. And I would encourage you all to go and, whilst you're doing your self-development, your personal development, and you've got that, you need to have that self-awareness as to where you need to be looking at the development in the first place. But just have a listen to something in the morning. Spend like 10 minutes reading a book or 10 minutes listening to somebody who you admire on YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, wherever. Plug into those intentionally and just give yourself 10 minutes to listen. And then when something springs to mind, make a note of that. But I would definitely think of something for August going forward. So the theme for my month, when I'm talking about these products, when I'm talking about the lifestyle that I'm leading and what it is I'm wanting in the future, and also reflecting on what I had in the past. So for instance, live your vision board, everything that we have now, whether you are in a very good place or you wish things were better, there was a previous version of you, a past version of you that was hoping and praying for everything that you have right now. Um, so that is kind of like my mantra of the month. So I would encourage you to go and find your mantra of the month as well, and then use that so you can have a theme with your content, a theme with your conversations that you're having with people. Set clear goals for the rest of the month. Have a sales focus. Now, there's something I'm going to talk about at the end, which is really, really exciting. It's still just like kind of like in the brainstorming phase. So I would invite any of you, if you've got any input, any ideas, please, as a leadership team, let me know and I'll make a note of them. It'll make more sense when I actually tell you about it, but it's not just going to be me saying, "Oh, we're going to do this," and you're all going to do it too. I'm going to just tell you what our ideas were. So on Friday night, it wasn't just Pinot Blush and shots of tequila rosé. We actually did have quite a good conversation about how we can strategize our business, what we can do to help have more accountability, to help with sales, to help with customer retention, and just the overall experience for customers. And we've come up with something that's really, really good. Well, we won't take all the credit, but we've just put our own twist on it basically, and we'll make it much more bougie, much more sexy. So I'm really excited for that. Anyway, I'll stop talking about that because I'm not up to that part yet. Anyway, I just wanted to leave with this note as well. Don't wait for permission to lead. Be the example people didn't know they needed. So when you're showing up on your social medias and you're sharing those stories and you're bringing that energy and you're sharing all the accolades of pharmacy right now, you're sharing the stories of other people, that is how you are leading. That is how you are giving other people permission to also do the same thing, to live their own vision board. Oh, and now I'm giving myself chills. So I've already covered this. Sponsoring sprints. So we're going to be doing that with energy, sharing shout out, shout yourself out. Even little things like running a business in the summer can be difficult. So, like, give permission for other people, and you can put this in a reel or you can put it in a post. Give permission for other people. Just say to them, look, it's all right to shout yourself out. If you are running a small business, you are raising small children, and you've got such and such going on, and you've got a full-time job and two cats or three dogs and a lion in your back garden, whatever it is you're managing at the moment, give yourself a pat on the back because it's amazing. So those sorts of things, making sure you've got your daily visibility, not just like your products, but you and who you are, because you are your brand. Your personal testimonials really, really out trump anything, or the testimonials of other people if you haven't got your own just yet. But just showing, for instance, like I didn't have any makeup on this morning, and I don't know what was going on with my hair. It was a little bit crazy, but I still took a picture of myself with my B12 because had it just been the B12 in the frame, it'd have just been a little bottle of whatever. It could have been anything. But when I add me to it, and then I talk about my own personal testimonial, it just changes it up a little bit. So this goes for the same for when you're talking about your business opportunity, when you're talking about your mantra of the month, if you're going to be talking about living your vision board, all those things. Like sharing a quote is really nice, and I've done it myself. Sharing something personal like your face, or you with your children, or you doing something, or you looking out into the sunset, or something like that, and then actually putting the body of that quote or something that's inspired you actually into the body of your post. That's going to have much more impact because people want to see your face. Right, okay. So I've mentioned about the Flaunt It, the brown mascara. You can go on ChatGPT. I'm not going to go into like how to sell the brown mascara or how to sell Flaunt It because that's not really what I wanted to be talking about. So these last 10 minutes, I'm going to quickly tell you about our plan for so we are wanting to do like a 15-day glow up accountability type program, and we want to offer this to our customers. So just as like an overview, the idea is to empower people, help them. That's the cat. Uh, empower them with education and knowledge on nutrition and our products. Now, they will have obviously have to put a disclaimer that none of us are nutritionists, and this is just like information that we found ourselves. Unless we do have anyone who's a nutritionist, which if you are, raise your hand because that could be absolutely amazing. But it's not necessary. We can, if you give disclosure to people, then that's fine. But we'll offer routines, we'll offer community. We can help people boost their energy and lose weight and do it safely and consistently. Because how many people like have sold a box of L-carnitine and then nobody's come back? Or you've sold them a month's worth and then maybe you've not got the system in place to check in with them. Or this one, they buy it and then they haven't picked it up from you, or they buy it and when you message them to follow up, like, oh yeah, it's in my cupboard. Life got in the way and I completely forgot to take it. And yeah, I'm still moaning because I can't fit into them jeans I really wanted and now summer's here. And you're like, hello, do you know what's going on there? So the whole idea of this is when you're selling these products, you're not just selling the products. You're going to say to them, right, well, I want to get you involved in this program. There's no point in me taking your money and giving you some products if you're going to go away and put it in your top drawer or not really have a Scooby-Doo of how to get the best results from them. So we want to set something up which is a good system. Obviously, people are going to have to manage it, and we'll work on how that's going to be managed. But the idea is you approach your customers, you listen to them, you find out what they need. So they want more energy. They have a problem with snacking on a night time, and they wish they could just like have a padlock on their fridge door. Staple the jaw like during the day, they might be fine, but on an evening, they might be absolutely horrendous. So, those are things that you want to be tailoring to them. So there's going to be like, rather than it be like a strict plan because everyone has different needs, the main thing is that you've got your accountability there. Go on, what was you going to say, Katie? I see you got your hand up there.
Hi. So I was going to say, because I'd forget those. I wanted to say that I can see Sue's on here. So Sue, this has come about from me telling them what you're doing, Sue and Andrea. So if you don't know Sue and Andrea, they've come from another nutrition company and they have blown my mind with their knowledge. They're doing it completely differently. So ladies, like Sue and Andrea have come out of nowhere and Sue's hit her 18%, Andrew's not far behind. And what they're doing is they've got these incredible bundles that are showing the girls that instead of just sending them one product, they're giving them a nutritional package. They're not nutrition advisors, but they've got experience in this field. And so I have taken this completely from Sue and Andrew's expertise. So I need to give them some credit for this. So I would love them to kind of talk with us and help build this because this is all on the back of what they're already doing. And it just, instead of selling, like I said, one thing and one product or one bottle of aloe, it's really giving them a bundle when I learned what other nutritional companies are selling as their bundles and asking customers to commit £200 to £300, and customers are paying it for this wellness bundle, but they're following it up with recipes, exercise, a full program of 15 days. There was one with people not only pay for the bundle and like say you were telling Sally with what's the company? I never remember the name. Sue, Andrea, Sadie, somebody tell me what the company's name.
You're about Herbalife.
Yeah. So not only they pay
Mhm.
for the products, then they have to pay to join a challenge. That there is people who have that level of commitment. So we want to do things like that. And we've said that we'd be able for our customers, be able to put in place challenges where we'd put up as a leaders. So me, Katie, Sadie, like we'd put up gift vouchers for our customers. So instead of having 10 of us doing small groups and trying to do it all, Kate's going to do the graphics. We're going to, again, Sue and Andrew, if you're willing to work with us, we'd love to get some meal plans going. We want to kind of pick on your brain and then brand it as everybody so so we're not having to do this little work like I said and get these campfires going where we're working together like little worker roles instead of all trying to do all the things all at once, but it'll all be done for us, really lovely content that looks the same, meal plans, workouts, customer support. And so that was it. Yeah, it was. I needed to give Sue and Andrew credit because everyone's still going, oh, this sounds familiar, because it is literally, I was telling the girls how incredible it was, ladies. And I think that if we could roll it out as a super team, bring all of our customers into a mega group where there's not just 4 people, there's 50 people doing a challenge, how motivation inspiring is that going to be?
Yeah, brilliant.
So,
Did you want to say anything, Sue? Or did
yeah,
you want to? No, that's fine. That's
it's
absolutely
okay if it
fine.
doesn't.
That's fine. I used to be a customer during lockdown, and my friend had signed me up basically. I had no idea what it was. But yeah, the accountability was ridiculous. Like I was spending between £200 and £300 a month, possibly more. And then these 21-day challenges they did, which by the way, I still have all the PDFs for. And all the
Mm.
meal plan ideas. So I still have all those. Um, and you paid £20 to get in, you took a picture, you stuck to it. The lady who led my team was very, very strict, like ridiculously strict. I told her that the recipes were bland, so I'd adapted them and I got a verbal warning, slap on the wrist for doing it. So we don't want we want to take up, we don't want anything like strict like that. But I think the fundamentals is absolutely
Mm.
incredible. So you'd have like a prep period. You'd have a set day where it started. You'd have to ensure that you had your customers that they had the products that they wanted. Oh, are you going to speak now, Sue?
Yeah, I'll
Go
give
on,
a
go
little
for it.
bit. So look at you, Katie. So today I've had 3 people that have joined in my team on Facebook that are actually doing Weight Watchers and Slimming World, but they've all bought gummies, L-carnitine, and aloe. So they're running alongside their what all they're already doing with Slimming World and Weight Watchers. And I'm even posting stuff off Slimming World page and a Weight Watchers page, just so they feel a little bit at home as well. I'm not going, I'm not working with them on the Slimming World bit or the Weight Watchers bit. They know what they're doing. I'm just making sure that they're using our products to the best of their ability, really, and getting the results. Because a lot of people that I've found and I've only been here since February, but they think that the L-carnitine shots are a miraculous miracle in a bottle, and they're going to lose body fat just by drinking them. So you've got to be able to explain that to them as well. I can't sell anything to anybody. Like somebody's come back and I've said, but you've done nothing. In fact, you've done this. What are you doing wrong? Where can I help you? Where can I support you? Tell me what you're eating. Tell me what you're doing by the day. Because they're just turning around and saying, oh, don't buy them things, the shit. You don't get a result with them, but you do get a result if you're following something with it. You know what I mean? So I am quite gobby on that part. Don't come to me if like you're seeing somebody in the street with fish and chips walking down the street and they've had an L-carnitine in one hand and fish and chips in another hand. But you know what I mean? It's all common sense to us, really. But people don't, not everybody sees it like that. And I followed a lot of my Herbalife traits on with there. And I'm going to say I've got 90% of my customers that are now buying pharmacy products instead of Herbalife products. So I think that's a win.
Oh.
Thank you for letting me speak.
No, of course not. That we was hoping that you'd come and shed some light on it. So I think at some point we need to sit down and see how we can get this to actually work and get it streamlined. You give us some tips on what you think. Because I know when I did it before, they put us in a Telegram chat. Out of all of them was the Telegram chat that said that works better. But that was a few years ago. I know Facebook groups, the last thing we want there is to add people into a group and then them not be able to keep up. I think something where they've maybe got that chat. So I'll just share just a couple of little ideas that I got down with a little help from my friend ChatGPT. Um, okay, there we go. Is that there? Not that one. Yeah, it's disappeared. Oh, do you know what? I knew it would disappear. So I took a screenshot. So we had like little daily themes like drinking, like focusing on habits. So like drinking 2 liters of water. Um, or working it out actually, because just as a funny story, that's not actually a funny story. When I did start with Herbalife, I the lady had miscalculated how much water I needed to have. And me being an overachiever, I was doing like half a litre more. I think I must have had about 6 litres a day for about 3 days. And I made myself seriously poorly. It was like whatever the opposite of dehydration is to like desalinize your blood. I was so, so sick. I was so poorly for like a few days. And when I told her, she was like, sorry, lol. So I think it's a good idea if we're going to do it to like educate ourselves on it. So first one was looking at water. Day two, fuel your fire. Swap one meal for nutrition. Move to shift. So for instance, getting people doing like a 20-minute walk. A gut check. So you could talk about your aloe in the morning and perhaps on an evening. Glow up routines, like a 10-minute morning routine. Sweat and selfies. So this is your L-carnitine and going for a walk, a Sunday reset, planning ahead, keeping it real, sharing struggles, beauty from within, fierce fuel. So like talking about high protein things, shake it off, do a little bit of an exercise, wind down ideas, power up, talk kindly to yourself. So talk about body gratitude, which I love, mind and body reset, celebration and reflection. So those are some like different ideas of themes That's not something that they did when I was with the other people before, but just as like an accountability group rather than a hardcore challenge, I think having that could be really good because you're going to be offering education, you're going to be empowering them, and it's incorporating our products with those things as well. So like you were saying, Sue, you're going to get people who are maybe already following some like calorie controlled diets. So they're using an app, or they might be using Weight Watchers or Slimming World, or they have a personal trainer who's helping them. We need to be able to work with them to show them how our products can be incorporated into their routines and how they're going to benefit them. So I'm really excited for this. I don't know if anybody else has got anything they want to say. Let's have a look. Powerful, what you said on Friday. Aleska just asked if she can be accepted back in the Zoom. I've got nobody waiting to be in there. Is Alexa, are you here? Is she not here? That was a little while ago now, sorry. Um, yeah, personal testimonials. I think as well with these groups is if we encourage people to take some photos with maybe like a crop top or a t-shirt, but like showing your midriff or wherever you want to lose the weight and like leggings or something. And then after the 15 days, they can share it if they want to. If they don't want to, they could maybe share it with you privately. But I think again, it's something where you're not just tracking the weight, you can show them physically where they can maybe see those improvements. And if after those 15 days, we maybe end it with like a celebratory Zoom, maybe we do like a little shout out somebody, like Spence was saying, maybe somebody wins a prize from us at the end of the 15 days. It's going to encourage them to want to continue so that they stay in the main community and then maybe they want to ramp it up. But whatever, this is going to evolve, I'm sure. Like those 15-day things, perhaps that could go into a Facebook group, but the actual challenge itself is going to be like, have you had your water today? Like, what water are you on? Have you done any exercise? Have you done any, whatever it is we're going to be monitoring? I know me personally, I would love that sort of accountability. And I'm pretty sure our customers would too. But if we think in the future, once we have had these running for a little while now, you're going to have a group of customers who are going to be loyal fans of pharmacy and the results and the community. You're going to have much better customer retention, much better customer experience because, like Sue said, they're not going to be taking these shots thinking that they can sit on their behinds, do absolutely nothing, in fact, eat more, and it's just magically going to like zap away all of their fat because that's not necessarily gonna, well, it's not gonna happen at all. Um, so yeah, it's gonna help get people up and about and moving. And I know I'd share things like if I was going out for a walk in the morning, I'd just like take a picture of me with my shake, going out for a walk with the dogs. And then I might see somebody else and be like, you know what? I'm just sat here watching telly. I could just go outside and go for a walk around the block, go have 15 minutes of a walk. That's it. It's not difficult to do. So I think that in itself is going to coincide with who we are as pharmacy and who we are as Millionaire Mums Club. We are here to empower people, to help people feel their best from the inside out. And then obviously you've got those options when you've got customers who are getting those great results. We can then share those results with their permission. That's legitimizing the product. They are not affiliated with us as they're not getting paid from us. They are customers, but then going on to the growth section, they might turn around and be like, you know what, I want to do this myself. I want in and I want the discount. So you've got loads of scopes for how this can be good. But first and foremost, I think it's going to give our customers the best experience of all of these products, which is ultimately what we want to do. So has anybody else got anything that they would like to say? Let's have a look. You lose potassium if you drink too much. Oh, I lost all sorts. Oh, it was not pretty at all. Let's have a look. Yeah, Chrissy, I mean, you've got a lot of customers who I know full well will appreciate that. And certificates as well, didn't we? It's Sarah. We did certificates as well. Are you still on, Sarah? Did you want to just explain what you meant?
Yeah, hiya. It mine says Zoom user. I don't know how to change it.
Right.
Yeah, so when we were talking, we were talking about like if people actually completed like the 15-day challenge, we would like look at giving them like a certificate at the end of it just to say that they completed it.
Oh yeah, certificate of completion. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause that's good because then they can well, it's just nice, and it gives them a little like sense of achievement, something that can they can run towards, and great for social media as well. And someone's like, "Oh, what's that you've completed?" So yeah, I don't think this that well, I haven't got anything else on my notes here. So just a summary, we're not playing small. We're going to have a massive, massive August game. Obviously, this 15-day plan is great. So if anyone has any ideas, please put them in the chat and just throw them at us of, oh yes, Sarah, go for it. Sarah Bog.
Sorry,
All right.
it's easy to just say it because I can't see on my phone to type it. I was in not on like a nutritional group, but a group where they did like a 5-day thing, and they had something called like the Miss Congeniality and another award. I can probably go back and find it. And it was for like the one that had kept like the most interaction like in within the group of the challenge and things like that. So and I think there was either 2 or 3 people that got like a little prize or something like that, and a certificate. So that was just my idea to put forward, but that would have been way too hard to try and type all that right now.
No, I love that. I do. I absolutely love it. Uh, yeah, I used to be a slimming world leader. Yeah, because you see it all the time, don't you? Like people putting up like, "Woo, I've lost like 6 pounds," or "Slimmer of the week," or whatever. So yeah, I think that's a really good idea. It sounds like we've got some really good excitement going on. I'd said to because I've had those PDFs on my phone for ages now, and I'd said to Louise a couple of weeks ago, I was like, right, we've got 6 weeks until Miami. I want to be a lollipop head. Let's like hammer, like just go for it with our shakes and our nutrition and everything. So we've been holding each other accountable. And I sent her the PDFs and I was like, look, there's some ideas on there. Let's do it for 6 weeks ourselves, see what we can do, see what needs tweaking, what results we get. Um, and then I fell into a pack of hummus with some really nice Ravita thins. So that kind of went out the window. But I think there's definitely a power in collectivity. So this is something that's really, really excited. And we can get whatever the reason is, like you got a holiday coming up, 15 days before, let's do a challenge. You've got the kids are going back to school, or they've gone back to school, let's do a 15-day challenge. You want to get in your LBD for Christmas, your little black dress, we've got a 15-day challenge. So these are something that we can do continuously or, not back to back necessarily, but we can have that community and then we can like ramp it up and do these different challenges. But yeah, it's definitely something we need to I'll have another brainstorming session on, but I've made some notes of that. So that's really, really good. Yeah, I'm dead excited about it. Really, really excited about it. Yeah, think about a mantra of the month or like a theme that you could have for the rest of this month because it's not just some of you might be like, oh, I don't sell nutrition, I sell makeup. So it's not quite your thing, really. However, if we already have this system in place, it could be your thing. And you could get people plugged in and you can still get those results. You can still have that growth in your business. But I would absolutely, like I said earlier, encourage you to just think about your why, think about why you're doing this, who it is you're wanting to help, why you want to help them, and what that theme is, and then get something behind it, something powerful that you can share. This is going to help you with your social presence. It's going to help you with sharing your stories. It'll help you give the undertone to the conversations that you're going to have with people and help you have this sponsoring sprint and the growth there forward. So mine is live your vision board. And I absolutely am going to be living my vision board. So I'd encourage you all to go and find that yourself. So yeah, that's everything we've gone through. So I'm going to call it because we've gone on for, oh, do you know what? That's all right. 38 minutes. I'm impressed. Right. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. Oh, are you a little cutie? Thanks, everyone, for coming on for a Tuesday night and for giving me your time. And I hope you're all as excited as I am for August and everything that we've got planned going forwards. Did everyone take some photos? I got a photo. I apologise for putting the flash on at one point. Don't want to dazzle anybody. Yeah, menopause month. I love it. Get like a little mantra. That's something, rather than just being menopause month, like that can be the theme of it. But oh, what did I say? Oh, it was cougar puberty. That was hilarious. Cougar, cougar puberty. Um, get a little bit cheeky with it or have something that is
I sold a Cougar puberty bundle. I love that. So you're welcome.
yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I love it. It's really, really good. But yeah, cool. Right, okay, I'm going to get going. Have a wonderful week and we will reconvene on Tuesday. Don't forget, you've got your team Zoom tomorrow. Please, please, please make sure that you shout about that with all your teams and get them involved because the bigger the community, the better, the hotter the fire is and the better the conversations are. So I will speak to you all soon. Bye.